In this example, we have a cup of hot coffee that cools as it sits on the table. The first thing we need to do to complete an energy bar chart is identify what is the system and what is the surroundings. In this case, the coffee is the thing undergoing change, so it is the system. Therefore, we will write coffee in the circle in the middle because that's where we represent our system. Now we have to look at the coffee and we have to decide what are the conditions of it initially and then what happens after it undergoes change. So the coffee starts off as being hot. Thermal energy, ETH, for hot substances is represented by 4 bars of energy. And coffee, when it's in this hot phase, is a liquid. And so therefore will be represented by 2 bars of energy for EPH. That gives us 6 total bars of energy stored inside the coffee to begin with. Then that coffee cools as it sits on the table. So the coffee, the hot coffee, will cool until it reaches room temperature, which is represented by 2 bars of ETH. And that cooled coffee, that room temperature coffee, will still be a liquid after it's done cooling. So it will also be represented by 2 bars of EPH for a total of 4 bars of energy. At this time, it looks like we had 2 bars of energy that magically disappeared. But we know that that can't happen because energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred. So 2 bars of energy are no longer inside the system and therefore must have been transferred to the surroundings. To show that, we draw 2 bars of energy, leaving the system with an arrow pointing outside of the system, going into the surroundings. We also have to identify how that energy was transferred, and so we're going to write the letter Q because Q stands for heat or heating, and so what this diagram now says is we had 6 bars of energy being stored within the system to begin with, 2 bars of energy left the system through heating, and we ended up with 4 bars of energy still being stored within the system, within the coffee. We're going to write that -2 here, just so that when you're drawing your diagrams, if your bars aren't perfectly drawn, then you're still communicating with me exactly what's happening.